Life can get difficult sometimes, and what can happen is we can start to feel like overwhelmed, or we can start to become pessimistic or negative about life, about people, about the world overall, even about ourselves. Yeah. One of the kind of one of the kind of key ways that I've discovered of combating this negativity, this pessimism, this this temptation towards darkness, even temptation towards evil. At some points you can start thinking like, it seems like bad people are winning. It seems like maybe I should just be evil too. Maybe I'd do better and stuff. You can start to feel bad. Why do these kind of things happen to me? But that person, he lies all the time and he seems to be doing really well. Or, why is it that there's so much kind of suffering? You can experience all these different kind of questions, yeah. And one of the things that I've actually found, which has been extremely effective in, helping to deal with some of these things, is the very simple concept of gratitude. This idea, this term, this word gets thrown about quite a lot, and it's almost like a cliche now to sort of even talk about it. But if you actually focus on just being grateful in a real way, okay, in a real way, as in you think about what do you have right now, which is actually good in your life? What do you have? Uh, this could be people, it could be it could be your surroundings, it could be material things, it could be the place you're at now in your work or in your money, or it could be the key is basically just to focus on the things you actually have. And there's a very good quote by ancient Greek philosopher, I believe it's Epicurus. He said, "Don't lose what you have by thinking about what you don't have, because many of the things that you have now, you used to dream about them, you used to wish for them, you used to hope for them, and now you have them. So basically, think about them and think about them in a real way. I find personally like the real effectiveness, if you're gonna do this, comes from actually forcing yourself to sit and think. And it's almost like you have to force. It's almost like if you're doing it right, it's almost like you're pushing weight. Yeah, it's like you're actually having to grab yourself and tell yourself, okay, we're gonna sit down now for like 5 minutes, and we're gonna think, actually count out all the different things which are good in my life right now. I'm gonna refuse to complain or be ungrateful. I'm going to sit, even if I think it's just a few things, still, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to think about how they are good and how they make my life better in some way. Because the reality is, I think this was Dickens that says this, that every person has at least a few things that they can be grateful for. Yes. Even if there's many things, okay, that they might want, and many things that they might be, or there might be sorry, I messed up the quote. What he said was, you should think about the many good things that you have in your life and not the few things which are wrong yet. So everyone has many things to celebrate and to think about being grateful for. And there might be a few things that you don't have, or a few things which are going wrong, which if you focus on them, that's why you don't feel great yet. So, and we know this is backed up by like the psychology as well, that, psychologically, once you focus on being grateful, this is connected to, happiness. Many studies have found this. I just read one today by Harvard. They found this. It's connected in a deep way to personal happiness, in a long-lasting way to personal happiness. So being grateful, thinking about what you actually have going right with your life, even if things are feel like they're going terribly, even if you're not where you want to be, it will change things. Yeah. And personally, I believe it's the only, or it's the foundation, I'd say, out of the darkness. Yeah. In my own life, because my focus is philosophy and ethical philosophy and so on, I can go to very dark places because I'd say it's my job to, yeah, pretty much. It's my job to investigate these things and think about them. I'm thinking about what's true, what's real, and so on, what's good, what's evil. And so I found it today, that one of the key foundations out of this, not falling into the pit, the abyss of sadness, depression, pessimism, darkness, and all that, is gratitude, yeah, being grateful, because you can't be grateful and be a victim yet. It sort of empowers you in a way, because if you're grateful, it means you feel rich to some extent. You feel good, yeah. You feel good about what you have. You feel rich about what you have. You feel content to some extent, which is very important. So I'd recommend strongly that you focus on gratitude in a real way, not in a way of just saying it, posting it as a quote or something, but actually think about it. Take the 5 minutes, and I believe hopefully it should benefit you in some way. Hopefully make things a little bit easier.